Morning. Welcome to Buck Don't Know Shit. It is a rainy day here in Texas. We got the Hurricane Beryl blowing through the area, which been kind of nice this morning. It's actually cooled things off. Yeah, we're not direct hit, so we're just getting rain. It's not even very windy outside. So today's show, which I shot most of this footage, or all this footage, a couple months ago. The intent of it was to install these shocks, which probably wouldn't have even been a whole show. Well, I lost some stuff that I needed, and then I found other stuff that I lost that I needed, because then I was like, well, I'll start putting the brakes on. Well, I didn't have my wheel studs that I know I had bought. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of me walking around the garage looking for parts, cussing, saying things I shouldn't say, and just kind of losing my mind at times. So yeah, I'm going to show you most of that, and I know maybe this isn't good YouTube footage, but y'all know we like to show you all of our struggles as we do a project like this. So maybe you can do better than me, like be organized and actually put things in certain places where they go. Today, let's see, where were we at? We got a shock in, and I found a few things, but I am missing my little bracket that goes on the bottom of the other shock. So I have no idea where I put it. I've checked every little cubby hole, place I stash things. I know it's in here somewhere. I didn't throw it away, I know that. And I'd gotten the other one out to check what size threads it has, and I don't remember where I got it from. They were probably together, I'm thinking, but I know it is somewhere in here. So you can see kind of the state of my garage. It's not terrible in the car itself. Shelves, everything's just kind of unorganized and all over the place. And I'm not going to show you all this, but that is job number one this morning, is going to be clean and reorganize everything, go through my parts that I have, try to do some organization on that, and I've got extra parts of things I've ordered twice and that I'm not going to need for a long time. I can kind of put those somewhere where I'll be looking for them a year from now and wonder what I did with them. But yeah, I've got to find a few things. There's also some studs for my front wheels. I know I bought them, don't know where I put them, but I'm going to need those pretty soon. Well, progress on the search for the part. I have cleaned all in this corner, started cleaning over there, organizing some stuff, hoping that I set it somewhere and it fell. It was laying underneath something, and so far, about 2/3 of the garage through, I have not found it. I've straightened up some stuff on the shelves up there, but I have found 2 missing sockets. One out of my 1/2-inch set, which that's a good find, and the other one out of my little Husky set, 9/16. Glad I found that. And I found my wire snips that have been missing back from since when I was welding these guys. So I'm glad I found them. Actually, I need to put them with the kit they go with, my little electrical belt there. But yeah, still no bracket for my shock. Oh, and I just found my good ratchet, which I've been looking for about a month or more, and one of my extensions. That's another good find. All right, last update I'm gonna say, unless I run across it, but I'm about to go order it. But I have not found my studs. I still got the old ones, but I bought new ones. Went down in Napa. They had to get them delivered same day, you know, from another store. And anyway, I know I have them somewhere. I picked them up. I bought them the same time as I bought the studs for the rear axle. I mean, I can go buy more, I guess, but yeah. Anyway, and I've never found my bracket or my front shock on. Well, I had one. I can't find the other one. So I have looked. I have taken everything off these shelves, pretty much. Maybe not the gas cans, but I doubt it's behind there. I have looked and moved everything on the floor in case, you know, like I set it down somewhere and it got knocked off and fell behind something. Cleaned all over here, because this is kind of like I'll set parts and get them ready to paint or whatever. Kind of like those wheel hubs. Looked all under the car, taken everything off of the car. Looked all around the engine bay. Every tote and like those big totes, I took everything out of them because I do throw random crap in there, and I found a bunch of shit, and I've thrown away a lot of stuff that I don't need. So, hold on. Shit. Stirred up a lot of dust too. But yeah, I mean, you know, I would say it's been good doing this. The garage probably needed it, but Jesus Christ, how did I misplace all that stuff?
The next day.
It's another beautiful day in Texas. A little overcast. It is warming up a little. So don't need a jacket this morning. Not that it was real cold, but you know, in the 50s in the morning, which is cool for late April here. Did try to go fishing, or went fishing. Didn't catch, so we were definitely fishing and not catching. And a little cool on the water yesterday afternoon, so we kind of cut it short. No fish moving at all. Just wasn't a good day, and whatever other excuses I can come up with on why I never catch fish, it's the fish's fault, always. So yeah, I got a lot accomplished yesterday. I'll show you the result of my work. I removed these two bolts and this bar right here from the engine bay. Bar went from the exhaust manifold to the AC compressor. So I feel like I did a lot. Got a lot accomplished. Yeah, it was a good day yesterday. So we'll see what we get done today. Hopefully more than that. I kind of joke, but these missing parts has really like thrown my whole plan on how I was going to work on things completely off. Missing studs for the front wheels. I did find, and I ordered more, the disc brake, well, I guess the wheel hub, you know, nuts and washers and all the things to put the wheel assembly back on the spindle. So I got new ones, but I also found the old ones yesterday when I was looking for these guys, which I'm glad I did find them also. So that is something I'll do today, is get these pressed in. I will probably go ahead and I'm gonna finish cleaning up at least this general area on both sides. So that's gonna mean removing that proportioning valve on the driver's side. Just gonna kind of move these out of the way, these wiring harnesses. There's some on that side also. Just move them over to where I can grind this area here and clean. So yeah, that's the plan today. Just a little cleaning, grinding. Go ahead and finish this shock tower. I don't think it'll be in the way of anything if I go ahead and button it up. And yeah, gonna work on this battery tray. It's not rusted through. It is very rusty, but I'm gonna go ahead and grind it real well with the wire wheel and probably put some rust converter on it and go from there. All right, I got the I guess battery tray. I don't know. That is the battery tray, but it's the removable part. And I got it out. I want to see what underneath looked like. I know this is a trouble area on these cars, and it's rusty, but other than one little hole right there, which is where one of the bolts went through, and these retaining clips were supposed to retain, but that is terrible design. Just going back with nuts and washers. And there was a nut and washer here, which the head of it was completely gone, so I had to drill these out to get them. Basically, when I got this one, and I think maybe it was that one, I got drilled through. These two, the clips, you know, they just pulled up through there. Like, I don't know. It's, yeah, really poor design. But yeah, I think I am going to go ahead and remove this. This goes down to the fog light. I'm just going to pull this wire through, move that grommet there. Should be able to just push it through. And yeah, clean this area up real good. I will go with some Eastwood and then put some black primer over it. But yeah, pleasantly surprised that this isn't all rusted out. So that's a good thing. I'm ready for some rust converter down here. Cleaned everything real well up, at least the parts that are easy to get to. Like down there, probably not gonna get paint on that unless one day I take this engine out. So it is what it is. I know this isn't all gonna be perfect, but you know, all the places that are bare metal and rusted, we can make them look better, right? And then just get all this kind of a uniform color just for shits and gigs. But yeah, it's clean. So what I've been using is that and that, finishing up with that, right? So they both seem to do a really good job. Everything looks pretty dang clean where I've hit it and was able to get to. So yeah, I like it. We're gonna start painting a little bit on this side, and then we'll move to that dirty bitch. Man, there's parts of this I hate to even paint over. It looks so good when it's cleaned up, but you know, we are missing some paint in a few spots, and somebody has at some point done what I'm doing, and it has flaked off, and probably mine will do the same over time, but you know, for now it'll work. All look nice and flat black, like it was meant to be. It's gonna look like that. It's gonna look great. There is a video on this on vintage Thunderbird, so I don't want to steal his thunder. I got all these ideas from him. The only thing I'm doing different is I'm not using washers. I've got this to set under here, you know, and you will be compressing this. And I mean, I suppose you could probably press it up against there. I don't know, but anyway, that's how he did it. That's how I'm gonna do it. And basic idea is you get the ball peen part in here. Try to center it best you can, and then the ears of that bushing just fold over and actually get pressed onto this the way they're intended to be. So try to hold this straight as I can while I get started. And you know, if I wouldn't have watched his video, which I'm glad he has his channel, y'all should go subscribe. He does more than Thunderbirds. Mostly, used to be mostly Thunderbird stuff, but he's got Cadillacs. Been working on a Mustang lately. I think he's got an old Calendar or Charger or something. Some Mopar that he's not happy with. Watch a video on that. Pretty interesting. you know, there's the whole sight unseen buying thing like I did this car. And I got fairly lucky, although I overpaid, but the car itself was not terrible, you know. So I feel like I got lucky. But anyway, there we go. It is snug now. I feel like that's about as even as I'm gonna get it. And we're just gonna tighten down. And you know, like I said, you got a compressor with. Oh shit. Well, that didn't work. They are starting to bend. I'm gonna try to just do it on the plate. See how that works. Touching it quite yet. I feel like that's as good as it's going to get. Take it out. Take a look at it. It does not spin. They are pressed over. It's on there, and the rubber still looks good. I think that is successful. We'll do the other one just like that. Shocks in. Yes. Bolts on here. That much. I'm thinking we may. Probably gonna have to raise the control arm up with the jack. Now that's right, the nut does go on top of this nut and washer, so I'm gonna have to get this where this is sticking out a little more, because right now it needs to come up. I mean, it's not even sticking out of there by a 1/4 inch. All right, I think my problem just I read the instructions finally, and they do say they come installed with these hairpin clips. See it right there. It's supposed to be removed before installing, and you can see where it was hitting, not allowing the pin to come up through my bushing insulator, whatever they're called. I think in here they call them rubber cushion bumper, compression bumper. I think I still got my book. I closed it. In the book, they're called outer insulator, plate insulator. So whatever you want to call them, rubber pieces. So insulators, I think is a good word. Okay, so this makes a lot more sense. Greased it up a little bit, ground those little ears off the side that were holding it up, and it just slid right on through like it's supposed to. So now we can finish buttoning this assembly up. Yeah, I actually got enough room to get a washer and a nut on there now, like it's supposed to. This is what came with it. It is a fine thread, 3/8 fine thread. Let's see if we can get it down there. Well, let's get the top piece on, the retainer. That should squeeze that wedding cake bushing or whatever it is down. Get our nuts on. Almost done with the shocks. Quite excited. about this. You know, these studs that come up here, clean them, make sure you can screw a nut on them, which I have screwed nuts on them several times now. But you know, they would be hard to replace if they got damaged. Hard to fix anyway. And I just used, I have assembly lube, but you know, this is just multi-purpose synthetic grease, what I used. I think it'll be fine. I've used it a lot on different things, and it works pretty dang good. There you go. Shock is installed. So there you go. The next shock, driver's side, got this bracket on that I had to purchase. Looks just like the old one, but nice and shiny. Yeah. Tilt these back a little bit. Control arm's kind of sitting like that in there, just to help stab these bolts in. That's the basic idea. Just drop it in there and line it up with your holes. I'm gonna go get my nuts and get on there and line this thing up. All right, let's finish this little project up. Move this thing a little bit. Inside of my bushing here, insulator or whatever it is. All right, well, thanks for watching. I had to do a little kind of ending video. I didn't have any like footage to kind of wrap things up, but we did get the shocks installed. I have since taken this one back off. Needed access to things, so anyway. Yeah, that looks different. It is different. So that's coming several episodes from now, but we will get to that. Next episode, I think we're going to be working on brakes, the disc brakes in the front, running brake lines, booster, master cylinder, doing all that stuff. Maybe an episode or two of that. But I had to get to this. I know it wasn't the most exciting footage, but just wanted to go over some things. Don't lose your parts like me. I did find a video where I had that other shock bracket sitting next to the one that I did have, and so it was here. I'm pretty sure, about 99% sure, that I brought it with me, the size bolts for it, size nuts for it, and I left it sitting on the shelf at the hardware store, and you know, never to be seen again. So pretty sure that's what happened to it. Still have not found the studs that I bought for the front wheels. They're in here somewhere, unless they got thrown away, which that's possible. But yeah, anyway, don't be like me. Keep up with your stuff so you'll have less delays and you won't be like having to figure out what to work on while you're waiting on things. So it's inevitable, it'll happen, but you could do better than what I did. Just keep up with your shit. All right, thanks. Like and subscribe and leave some comments.